Tonight on NSFW, we are joined by Get, Set, Go. They perform 3 songs as well as a brand new intro for the show. We decide the cover of the Diamond Club book, and finally, we create jingles for the internet. It's all coming up on this edition of NSFW.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW episode 137, recorded on July 24th, 2012. Get set to die in space.
Ready to drop some science and knowledge all up on you. Ladies and gentlemen, live and direct from Petaluma, City of Chickens. We got a band that'll blow your butt out your mouth, man. This one's going to be so crazy, your nose is going to be all up in your back. That's how hard it's going to hit you. You've heard their music on Grey's Anatomy. That's a show about doctors that save white people because they kicked off the one black guy for hating gays. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get set, go!
So just cut me off and gave me the finger when I bleep and hung. Then he proceeded to put on the brakes. He slammed on the brakes, but I made a mistake. When I climbed out of my van, he was waiting, but he was 6'3" and 200 pounds of Satan. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all. And the people that are mean, I hate you all. And the people that I know, I hate you all. And the people that I don't, I hate you all. Bet you think I'm kidding. I promise you it's true. I hate most everybody, but most of all, I hate you. Oh,
NSFW, the new show full of win, the new sauce for the Webinars, the show that is nominally safe for work. Howdy, party people in the house. My name is Brian Brushwood. From time to time, I like to watch Koreans do the squats and watch Get Set Go blow my brains out the back of my head. But what I like most of all is hanging with Mr. Justin Robert Young. What is going on, Professor JRY?
Holy crap buckets. And I mean buckets dedicated specifically to crap. This is an amazing experience right now. Get Set Go is right behind me. They are blowing the goddamn doors off of the Brickhouse. I'm so excited, Brian, to finally have them in studio. I think we've talked about doing a live band on NSFW forever, but to finally do it was just it's awesome, and we're gonna have them on all show.
Yeah, what's up? You want some of this? You want to take me down? Is that what this is? You're trying to fight me?
What? What are you talking about?
No, nothing. I'm just so freaking amped, dude. Look, here's the thing. We just finished doing an hour of farting around while the setup was happening for the band, and we could not be happier. We goofed. You've seen this Korean squatting horse? It looks like horse porn without the horse or the porn.
No, I actually have not. I saw a little bit of it out of the corner of my eye while we were setting up with the band and everything, but why don't you go ahead and play that video real quick?
Well, the original looks like this, right? And you can actually hear the audio. Oh wait, hold on. That's not the original at all.
No, it's not Salt and Pepper's.
Well, that's what got us started on it. The original looks and sounds like this right here. So it's Ace Power, basically. They're saying, hey,
is that
man.
a guy?
I don't know.
On the right-hand side, is that a dude?
I don't know.
Who's in like capri pants and what looks to be a shapely blouse for his man boobs?
I honestly don't know. Honestly, no.
Okay. For the audio listeners, what we are watching, and you can probably look at it if you Google Ace Power Korean horse squat.
Or just Google Koreans humping, and whatever you see it's probably pretty much that.
So basically, yeah, it's a bunch of Koreans sitting on like a bike seat that is on some kind of resistance that allows them to sort of get down to the ground and then like use their legs to go back up. But it looks shockingly as if someone is a power top, as they would say in some
I would
communities.
definitely slap my daughter if I caught her dancing in the way that this workout machine
Yeah, like
encourages.
especially that one. That one, there's one shot there where the lady's using this machine, and it looks like she is on she belongs in Howard Stern's studio as he turns a dial.
The thing is, though, like somebody recut it. Here we go. This is what I started to play with Push It, right? And if you look at it, it goes shockingly well together like this.
So again, same video, and now we're just playing Push It.
And it goes shockingly well together. So then we started making a game of seeing what else it would play well with. And if you remember that night that you won the belt, and I started playing some music and just jumping up, dancing around like an idiot. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. That was hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. Well, so check this out. Here we go.
No, see, here's the weird thing about this is that this is almost less funny because like when techno was really, really big in like the late 90s, this was pretty much like every techno video. Like they just had like all these like random weird things. And this like if someone just showed me this, I'd be like, oh wow, how did I miss seeing that on like AMP on MTV2 in 1999?
Right. Okay. But then things get a little more interesting when we start playing. Let's see, what else do we do? We got here we go. Let's do our opening video. Here we go. Check. Still works.
Wow.
I think favorite.
This one is actually the most erotic for me. I have to say, I'm probably most physically aroused to that version of the video.
All right. Well, so now let's kick it to it. Let's take things to a different level here. Let me go ahead and start playing this thing right here. It's taking just a second to load. Wait for it.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see how this sounds, sir.
Boodle, boodle, beetle, bye.
right at the chorus, you got like all three versions on there dancing. It's
Absolutely. Oh my good God. There we go. That was a boodle deedle doo surprise in my pants.
I'll tell you what, I don't know. This is way off script. We actually had a plan for this episode, but we're already way off track.
No. Listen, we got a plan. We're going to go ahead and solve the internet's marketing problem right here on the show. Also, we have a couple more performances from Get Set Go, and we're just going to BS with the band. We're going to have a good conversation with them, and you're going to like it, God damn it. But before we go, next week is another big episode for us. Right, Brian?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to. Do you want to save that for the second segment, or you just want to straight up? You want to jump in on the book right at the top?
No. All right. So later in the show, we will talk about the book. We have one final major decision to make, and also just a little bit more writing has to be done. But Brian, you've seen the mock-up as it is now. Isn't it shockingly crazy that this thing like exists and it's like on your phone?
I'm not gonna lie. It's a complete book. It ends on a sensible note. It actually has a beginning, middle, and end. I have no idea who wrote what, but this thing could. What?
Sorry, ever closer to that one unsuspecting housewife who reads the book and then takes a long hot bath, and at that point, achievement unlocked. Internet. Achievement unlocked.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm going to say achievement unlocked, even if we get the 1-star review. To me, we've won as soon as we've suckered anyone into paying 99 cents for this horse apple shenanigans. And it's like, I want them to figure out that it's all just a big lie so that they can be mad. So then they'll post a 1-star review and we'll know we got one. We got one.
So what somebody reads it. But that's the thing is I don't think that it's really all that different than what they were expecting. I think we're going to give them what they want. That's the part about it that I think is really the subtext is that we are giving them exactly what they want to buy. They just don't know how ridiculous that is.
Well, we got to decide on a cover. We got to write up the bio for Patricia Harkins Bradley, and we got to write up the description of the book for the marketing materials. But then after that, just remember, it's July 30th. That's when your annual dues are due between noon and 6 p.m. July 30th, 99 cents. And we would prefer it if you paid it from 5 different accounts on iTunes.
Absolutely. We will get into that a little bit later in the show. But first, Brian, let's go ahead and introduce Chad. Can we switch over to the Get Set Go cam? Let's introduce the band. Go ahead, guys. Introduce yourself for everybody watching at home.
I'm Eric. I'm the viola player.
I'm Dave. I'm the drummer.
Jeremy, the bassist.
And I'm Mike TV. I'm the guy that plays the music all the time.
Mike TV is the face.
I'm not going to lie. I did not realize that it would be a full band. I thought we were looking at a 2-person ensemble. I also did not realize that these guys are so dedicated. If you don't remember, we helped on NSFW to fund their, it was a Kickstarter, right, gentlemen?
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time.
And,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, obviously that was a fantastic moment. You guys were nice enough to write our end of the show theme song, which we freaking love and play every single time since then. And who knows, might even be able to hear live tonight. But I did not realize that you guys were so committed, so hardcore that you would drive all the way up from L.A. to the Bay Area. How long a drive was it?
Well, we're actually Shylocks, and so we had an account that we had to take care of, and so we came up here. We basically collected the funds, and we're like, and then we'll do an NSFW show as well. So, yeah.
They bundled it. They're bundlers. Well, I'll tell you what. We have the band here. They've already rocked our socks, and they will continue to later in the show. But, Brian, we got to thinking today that they could also solve a few problems while they were here in the lovely Bay Area.
I mean, they've got a unique talent in that you can give them a vague idea of something and they can synthesize it into the perfect hook to really draw out those emotional heartstrings. And being, idiots like you and I are, we thought, why don't we pervert this into a way to trick them into writing jingles for things that we have nothing to do with?
Absolutely. So what we want you guys to do in the chat room right now is give us websites, because websites, by and large, they don't have jingles. What happens if Mr. Mayor Money McCheese comes on over to Reddit and says, we're going to pay for your Super Bowl commercial? And I don't know, he's talking out of one side of his face because apparently he had a stroke. But which was a terrible day on the internet when the mayor had a stroke. But he goes ahead and gives. It might explain why he's giving money for Super Bowl commercials, though, as I think through this. But Reddit doesn't have a jingle. They need a goddamn jingle. All these. I'm seeing boingboing.net. Dig.com. Listen, iFixit. Dig.com, they're a brand new website. They need a jingle to differentiate. So with me, Brian, and Get Set Go.
Ashley Madison. That's the website for people looking to cheat on their significant others, right?
Why don't we start with Ashley Madison? Okay, so are you guys familiar with Ashley Madison?
I should be very soon. Give me about 3 or 4 hours, and I will be very familiar.
I just looked over. I'm like, you guys familiar with Ashley Madison? I just say, nope. Where'd you hear that? Of course
Never
not.
heard happily married 20 years. I don't understand why you'd bring that up.
So Ashley Madison is a paid dating site where the pre-qualified audience there is either people cheating on their spouses or people who are looking to have sex with people who are married. Like that's the pool of people that you are looking to get your bang on with.
That second category is a weird one to me. Like, who's like, I want to have sex with someone, but I want to make sure there are heavy legal entanglements that will make it complicated.
Well, but not for them. For them, it's just like, yo, I'm looking to turn this into, Saturday night's all right for fighting. And by fighting, I mean...
the other F word, sure.
Yeah.
And
they that's all they want. They don't want flowers. They don't need no man.
Let's brainstorm this out, right? So we got you got the theme of cheating. You got maybe you want to cheat. What about this? What about people who just want to, I don't know, like almost cheat, right? Like head on over and almost cheat.
That seems like a very interesting subgroup that would be interested in Ashley Madison.
This is what's funny. What's funny is like this is how happily married I am. That this is the closest that my mind can even wrap around the purpose of this site. It's like I don't understand. Like I don't know. Maybe
I'd like to come close to cheating. AshleyMadison.com. All right. Well, guys, do you have any ideas? I mean, what rhymes with cheat?
Meat.
Skeet.
Yeah. Pete.
Pete?
Not Pete, the guy. The Pete.
It could
The
possibly
moss.
be discreet.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Discreet doesn't work at all.
Yeah, discreet. Yeah,
You could call it almost cheat and then shoot your skeet on some Pete.
So,
And some charcoal, that's mesquite.
all right. So we need to come up with a melody first. Is it a short jingle or is it just a little snappy?
Short.
Just a hook. We just need a hook to sort of dig people in.
You won't get caught.
Yeah.
I think there we go. Boom. So here, hold on, wait a minute. Let me go to AshleyMadison.com. I'm just gonna read the first things that are on their website, and then you come in with they won't get.
You won't get caught. You won't get caught.
Yes.
Yeah. You won't get caught. You won't get caught. You one, two. You won't get caught. You won't get caught. No, I think. All right,
Here we go, guys.
You will
Ready?
get
One more
caught.
time. Here we go. Ashley Madison, life is short. Have an affair.
You won't get caught. You won't get caught.
It's money in the bank, bro. Money in the bank.
Boom. Next. Let's just move down the internet. Line up, internet. We're doing one jingle at a time. That's our pace.
We're making some magic here. Let's see. What else we got?
Somebody in the chat room, I didn't get your name, just said, I smell Cleo. Of course, that's the highest award for advertising for everybody who isn't watching Mad Men.
What about Kickstarter or No Agenda Show or Chick-fil-A.com? Wow, that would be hard.
A little, Chick-fil-A, of course, in the news, which I don't know why it's news, because they've kind of always been pretty upfront about their religious convictions to the point of staying closed on Sundays. But lately, the big hubbub is that they're not a fan of gay marriage, and they've donated a lot to stop gay marriage, and people are not a fan of that. So I don't know if we want to do.
So I'll tell you what. If maybe they could emphasize in a positive way, they could say, Chick-fil-A for when you're chasing tail, and in parentheses, chick tail. That's why it's
Tail
chick.
is ladies.
We ain't dude fillet.
Unless you're. Can you work with we ain't dude fillet?
Think we ever win?
Dude, fillet. Yeah.
What rhymes with fillet? Nothing rhymes with fillet.
Well, I think that just works perfect by itself. Just we ain't dude. Like, just need a good catchy melody.
Something dude fillet. Something closed Sunday. How about that?
Yeah.
Like closed on Sunday. We ain't dude fillet.
Dun, dun, no, it's not minor. Closed on Sunday. Closed on Sunday. Closed on Sunday. We aren't dude fillet. No. It needs to be catchier.
Yeah?
Catchier.
What if, all right, here.
Yeah.
What if it wasn't dude fillet? It was we ain't gay fillet.
We ain't. Yeah. Closed on Sunday. Don't call us gay fillet.
All right, well, here we go. Let me
Clean this up. This is good.
let's head on over to chickfilA.com. Here we go. All right, are you guys ready?
Ready.
Chick-fil-A, try our new desserts.
Closed on Sunday, don't gay fillet. I got the lyrics already. Awesome. That's about my attention span.
I screwed it up by giggling anyway. Go ahead.
On Sunday, we ain't gay fillet.
Yes, there we go. There we go. It brings it all home. All right, I feel like I'm feeling like we're just getting into it. We're just getting into it, folks.
I think we should pitch these. I think we should, once we get these down, we should go in and do a pitch.
We're doing it. We're doing it right now. We're pitching them. We're pitching the internet. I think what's it go? We ain't gay fillet, or don't call us gay fillet. That's boom. All right, what about Kickstarter? Would you like to do Kickstarter or Craigslist? I feel like one of those two.
Oh, I feel like Kickstarter's got more of the energy and the buzz. And it's like I would focus on the nutty things that they have on Kickstarter, you know?
Yeah, like bands' albums that need to come on internet talk shows to get funded.
Maybe it's just like maybe to be honest, like maybe the jingle should feature the fact that you're kind of afraid that you're going to give your money and get nothing out of it.
Oh, so you're saying let's play on the terror that
Sure.
that you know that you are
Nice.
Yeah, like it's kind of scary.
Yeah. Give us your 20 and maybe we'll put out. We're Kickstarter. Don't call us allowed. I don't know.
Don't call us allowed. Yeah, I like that it has like this very saucy hooker kind of tone to it. Like, give us 20 and maybe we'll put out Kickstarter.
Yeah, I mean, is that where we want to go? You got another suggestion?
What do you guys think? Do you guys maybe give us 20 and we'll maybe give you something? I don't know. What are you gonna call the cops?
You're not Kickstarter. You're not a cop, are you? Because you have to tell us if you are.
I wish we had some experience with this, but it's really I don't have any frame of reference.
We're seeing
kind of
Kickstarter. Leave it on the dresser.
Well, the thing is it okay? All right. Kickstarter. So I'm trying to think like what the ultimate Kickstarter experience is that is terrible.
Okay, the ultimate Kickstarter is that was a cute video. Here's $20. Seriously, I'll be pissed if this doesn't come out. That's
but if it gets funded,
Yeah,
right?
no, I think that's exactly it. I think that's so. I think it should be like something like it better come out. It better make it to store. Something like or yeah.
If it isn't real,
Yeah.
then I'll scream and keel and die of cancer.
If it ain't real, if it ain't. Oh yeah.
All right, here.
Yeah. All right, yeah. He's
Sing
gonna
over
do
this.
some tremolo, yeah.
I'm going to give you some terror,
Yeah.
and you sing over it.
If it ain't real, if it ain't real, then it's probably Kickstarter. Oh, they are gonna so hate me for this. Yes! Twist.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I don't know why, like, there's no bigger fans than I think people in this room of Kickstarter, and yet we come up with a jingle for like their only failure point. Yeah. Like they are nothing but a nexus of hilarity and awesomeness and the best things in the world, and we're playing on the one fear.
The only thing should be like you should be afraid. It should have the terror and something like pro Kickstarter. Like, don't be afraid. We could, at least we ain't Indiegogo. Just bagging on the other site.
Oh, how about this? We go like Kickstarter, where dreams come true, and then you come in with like, unless it doesn't come out.
Unless it's a scam.
Yeah. So let's start really high, like Kickstarter, where dreams come true.
Kickstarter. Kickstarter, where dreams come true.
Unless it doesn't come out.
Pretty good. I can see it on their front page already.
There we go. There we go. All right. Well, I feel like we got. Do you think we got one more in us, or do we?
One more. We could squeeze one more in. Who else we got? We got FSL Tonight, which of course is your fantastic podcast with one Tomas Marit. No Agenda Show. We got Blizzard. PennState.com I'd rather avoid.
Damn.com, not .edu. How about Huffington Post? People always go to Huffington Post.
Yeah, anything Huffington Post? What else? Fullydateable.com, of course, the website of note.
Yeah, the fictitious website from the Diamond Club book forthcoming. Boing Boing.
Boing, 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 we're not ding dong.
Seeing some porn sites.
Boing, we're not ding dong. What about J-Date? We want to do a J-Date one. What's that? How about a J-Date jingle?
Oh, yeah.
J-Date, the Jewish dating community one. That's to find a...
Oh, no. You guys are just... Don't be a Meshuggah. Don't be a Meshuggah.
Come to J-Date and date a Jewish guy, or maybe one or two or three. Hey.
Yentas for cheap.
Was that 2 on the nose?
A little bit.
What?
A little bit on the nose.
Ira Sockman can introduce it.
Hi, I'm Ira Sockman.
All right, what else we got? We got Think Geek, No Agenda Show, OMG Craft, which is, of course, OMG
Chad's new podcast, of course, about Minecraft.
But people are saying it should be NSFWshow.com or MySpace. I like MySpace.
How about MySpace? Let's bring it on home with because I'll tell you what, if there's one site, they're trying to come back. Now they got, new ownership.
I got it. We do the whole ad spot, and this is going to feature you prominently, Justin, because I can't do it with the Skype lag. Okay. But basically, we get some music that sounds like we're doing a commercial for Country Time Lemonade, right? You could see the porch. You can hear the old-timey jingle jangle, and you hear the old man talking about whatever happened to the internet I used to know. And then And then it's just like, bring it on home. And then the jingle, like, MySpace, remember us.
Yes! And then there we go. All right. Do you think
you're going to do that? You're going to do that. Yeah. You're going to cover the...
Okay, here we go.
Whatever happened to the internet I used to know? Well, I remember a more simple time. Yes, folks. When you could have a GIF and several songs play at once whenever you went to your friend's page. That's my internet, and I think it's yours too.
MySpace, remember us, please.
There we go. There we go. All right. Well, MySpace, I'll tell you what. That's on the house unless you use it. In that case, you'll have to pay us.
Man, that's fantastic. Look, hey, I forgot to check. Do we have anyone paying for this episode of NSFW show?
I'll tell you who we got paying for this episode. Rock music. That's what we have paying for this episode.
What?
Let's go ahead.
Justin, that's an urban legend. You can't pay for a show with rock. That's just something that people say on stage. Like, we'll pay with our rock. You can't actually do that.
Yes. No. That old urban legend where it's like, hey, how are you going to pay for that ham hock? And it's like,
pay with our rock. Why don't you prove me wrong?
I will prove you wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one more time, it's Get Set Go!
This is a song we're proposing as an intro for you guys. A new possible intro.
What?
That's what you're saying.
We just wrote it today.
We just wrote this for you guys, just as a possible intro.
Oh my God. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with possibly our new intro, Get Set Go.
Set myself on fire to read by the light. Nothing burns quite like me in the dark of night. Would you like to set yourself alight, baby? Would you like to glow? Does it hurt? Most certainly. But you will burn so bright. You will be a star in the sky. You will burn so bright. Do you need a little light? Set myself on fire to drive away the dark. Nothing burns so bright as the fire in my heart. Would you like to set yourself alight, baby? Would you like to go? It doesn't hurt, most certainly. But you will burn so bright. You will be a star in the sky. You will burn so bright. Do you need a little light? 'Cause I can be the one. Oh, to cast you to the sun. Oh, and set your soul alight. Oh, and you'll burn throughout the night. Set myself on fire to burn away the chill. 'Cause the chill, it burns much worse than the fire ever will. Would you like to set yourself alight, baby? Would you like to grow? Does it hurt? Most certainly. But you will burn so bright. burn so bright. Do you need a little light? 'Cause I can be the one. Oh, to cast you to the sun. Oh, and such a soul I like. Oh, and we'll burn throughout the night.
What y'all mother lovers know about Get Set Go? Oh my good God. You guys are so awesome. And by the way, I love that new intro. I think we should totally use that.
Yeah. I thought that, yeah, we figured that, you guys might appreciate that. We just came up with that like out of the blue. It was crazy.
That's
Yeah.
good. No,
Yeah,
it's
thank you, yeah.
sweeping.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah,
epic.
yeah.
I was just complaining about not having enough to do, and so I just wrote a little thing.
Yeah, we thought the show is epic. You need a good epic opening so people kind of know what they're in for. And so we thought,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Bri, let's. You want to do the book stuff now, and then we'll just talk to the boys.
Yeah. One of the things that we wanted to do is normally, we have certain bits that we want to do. We want to make everything a game, but in this case, we're just so genuinely excited. And one of the things that we haven't really heard on this show, we've talked about it a little bit in the after show, was just find out how things are going for you guys and your career trajectory to the stars, which is where you deserve to be because you should die in the vacuum of space. But before we do have a little bit of important business to attend to. Gentlemen, do you know about this crazy erotic fiction book that we're trying to cheat our way to the top 10 on iTunes on?
I've heard a little bit about it. Paying attention to the past few shows, I hear you guys you're coercing some of the chat room to write.
I don't think we needed to coerce them. Listen, they were more than willing, officer. Believe you me. Just look at what they were wearing. But basically, for anybody who is in the band that doesn't know or listening at home that doesn't know what's going on, next Monday, will be the culmination of what has been probably been 2 months now, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah, dude. I guess a little bit over a month because we had the idea just before PortCon, which I think was just a month ago. So a month, which is about the longest we've worked on anything in the history of NSFW.
Yeah. No, like really, like in me and Brian's life, it's like, I guess like your kids probably took longer than a month, but like other than that, we have very short attention spans between the two of us. So but it's like that nothing takes very long with us. And so over the last month, Brian, go ahead.
No. So we're now closing in. We've crowdsourced all the erotic fiction writing. We had a bunch of chapters written. We had over 130,000 words submitted. We've whittled it down, and by we I mean John Tilton was the one who had to read all the boner fiction out there, and he whittled it down to a good 65,000 words.
By the way, everybody, please close your eyes right now and imagine John Tilton reading amateur boner fiction, and just imagine the faces. Because I think the faces would go a little something like, and also maybe one or two of a, and also at least one, just one of those. I like to call that bit for the audio listeners.
No lie, like John, seriously, like, oh no, I actually think people who buy it are going to be like, this is pretty awesome. Like he's trying to wrap his mind around the lonely housewife demographic, and he's way excited about it. But the important thing is,
and all right, here, real quick, just for anybody who is listening to this show who has no idea what the hell we're talking about, what we're doing is trying to get an erotic fiction book that was completely crowdsourced. It was all written by people who listen to the show onto the top 10, and hopefully, maybe, we'll see, to beat 50 Shades of Grey at its own game, in that it's extraordinarily poorly written. It has no kind of continuity to it. It's all a very basic narrative thread, and really just proving the point that all this current erotic fiction ebook boom is about two things: banging and banging. And that's all we gave is 2 scoops of banging.
Yeah, okay, so now we're in the final stretch, though, so we got to pick a cover for this thing. Now, there are 2 schools of thought that we need to decide which one we want to take. There's the school of thought that said Justin's friends put together, who are professionals at putting together covers.
No, they're not. They're just designers. Like, they design things for a living. They don't design books for a living. I asked them for help with a font for the cover that was submitted to us, and because they loved the idea so much, they came back with this cover.
Okay, what about that does not sound like somebody who designs stuff professionally for a living? That sounds
Well, no, they don't design book covers. Like, that's all I want to say. Is that it's not like they're like book designers that I went to.
Okay, but the point is they came back.
That's not the cover, the mobile unit.
I'm gonna see if I can find the cover that they designed. The reason being is because they designed the superior cover for sure, but the difference is that what we were hoping, we need to decide which we like more. This particular cover, hold on, that I'm about to show you. Boom, right there.
So there we go. There's the Diamond Club, and I do have a version without the "by," but it is Patricia Harkins Bradley, a novel, which it looks like a tawdry novel. That, in fact, my favorite comment that came through on Twitter when I put this out over last week was, and I'll take out the F-bombs from the tweet of where there were like 3 in a sentence. It was like, "Oh my effing G. That looks like the kind of effing book that would be on the shelves at an effing Walgreens," which was like the greatest compliment I think could ever be given.
So here's the flip side, though. Now, on the one hand, that's a good-looking erotic fiction cover because you got the panties and the hand on it, and it says Diamond Club really big on there. Yeah. But I feel like if the follow-through on this project is we want to sell the story to the media so that we could go on CNN and just sort of, be idiots and flash Diamond Club symbols for you guys. It seems like part of that story should be, hey, here's the thing. There is no deep-seated hatred for erotic fiction. There is deep-seated culture-wide hatred or lack of understanding for the 50 Shades of Grey series specifically. So I feel like there's a trade-off. I love that cover much more. It's a better cover. But if we do a cover that directly is ripping off the 50 Shades of Grey series, then we get to channel the hatred against 50 Shades of Grey. And that's what this one here does. You got we rejiggered it so the Diamond Club looks bigger, and we made sure to use the papyrus font. Have you ever been to say it with papyrus.com, Justin?
No, I have not. But
it's like things papyrus are good for when Comic Sans just isn't serious enough. And
sure.
It's so trite.
So yeah, and that is it's a very cool cover. I very much enjoy it. I think it's good. I mean, I don't know if it looks like I don't know if it looks enough that people will be like, oh well, that's like 50 Shades of Grey, for it to be the way to go. So I don't know. I guess it'll be up to.
Here's an alternative. If you hate the papyrus, you can also directly copy the 50 Shades of Grey font, which is, basically a courier type thing. Put Patricia Harkins Bradley across the top and do Diamond Club. So really, again, your choices are Bada Bang 1, which is clearly channeling 50 Shades of Grey. And to me, this is better for the news story. But this one right here, the Diamond Club, it's a better cover right here with the panties on there. So can we get Chat Realm to throw together a straw poll on that, and we could decide which one is which?
Yeah. So what do you guys think? The band here. What do you guys think is the way to go?
You guys should just do 2. Oh no, it's not actually an actual physical. You're not. It's just an internet download, right?
Well, yeah. So I mean, basically, what we're going to be, the only thing that will be kind of the function for it is that when all these people who are buying erotic fiction books because they're just running through them, that's why they're so successful. Yeah. They see this little gem pop up to the top 10 of iTunes. Sure, okay. What will appeal to them? But I get what Brian's point is also that we want something that when we talk about this, if let's say we do crack the top 10, we are a hit erotic fiction ebook with this ridiculous hoax, that we can have that cover be part of the joke.
Yeah.
And keep in mind also, like if we wanted to make a video on Reddit, the narrative that if we're going to make a 1-minute explanation of what we're up to the internet, the story can't be, hey, erotic fiction's huge, so we're going to hilariously cash in on it. It seems like the narrative has to be, hey, 50 Shades of Grey is genuinely a crappy book, and we're going to prove it by writing an intentionally crappy book and having it look exactly like 50 Shades of Grey, putting it out there. Now, having said that, though, I mean, look at that. It's a better cover. It's a better cover.
Yeah, it's certainly a sexier cover.
Why don't you just have both, one for each scoop of banging?
That's a good point.
Depending on which scoop you prefer.
So we should have that. It should be, excuse me, sir. Or, sorry, ma'am. Although there's plenty of sirs, I'm sure. Which scoop would you enjoy? Left or right? Bam! Different cover.
You could actually, you could sell them. Can't you just do like a permutation on the Diamond Club and then sell them as 2 separate books?
Well, listen, number one, both of these covers will get used at some point. I mean, like internally or in terms of what we want to sell or what we want to do with them. They'll both get used. Really, this is just us. This has all been crowdsourced. Everything that we've done on this has been a part of the Diamond Club. It is of the Diamond Club. It is for the Diamond Club that we are doing this crazy hoax. So we just wanted them to have a say on what the cover of the book would look like. Brian, are early returns in on the straw poll?
Go ahead and throw that right up in your face. New cover or old cover. Looks like new one is winning 80 votes to 61.
It's close, though. That's very close.
Yeah, no, I'm hitting refresh, and it looks like that's definitely the case.
Remember, your straw poll should update live.
You know what? Actually, it says somebody says as creator of the original image, the person who created this first one says he likes the second one, but he feels like it should be in black and white. But I don't think so. I think the flesh tone is hotter.
So there we go. All right. Well, here. How about this? We'll leave that open for a little bit, and we'll make a final decision toward the end of the show. But let's talk to you guys a little bit. The last time that you guys were on the show, the Kickstarter was going on.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, this is something that I don't think that we ever really talked about, when you guys were first on. But like, where were you guys at? Were you guys kind of sweating that the Kickstarter wasn't going to get funded, or like where's that anxiety for you guys?
We actually, unlike you guys and chat room, like we have no ability to actually get word out to our. I mean, we've got a publicist who is very expensive and apparently is not really able to get the word out.
Sure.
And then the thing is like I spent from 2005 to 2010 I spent years and years. I mean, I spent 6 hours a day on MySpace. Once everybody migrated to Facebook, I'm like,
oh jeez.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, it's good, I'm done. So the thing is, like, so we really kind of lost contact with a lot of our core fans, and so we were doing the Ustreams, we were doing different things to kind of like engage them, but
it's hard.
We're a band. We're not like marketers. We're not self-promoters, and that you need to be one you need to be very strong on self-promotion actually, and that's I think why really crappy bands are rising.
Are gigantic, yeah. Because they are good at that one element that has nothing to do with music.
With the actual music itself. Yeah. So the thing is so we were engaging our fans, and they were coming in slowly but surely, but it really did like, and then it was awesome because once you guys provided that like jolt of electricity, like the Frankenstein monster was like ambling around, like people were like, oh look, there's Frankenstein monster, here, let's give him money, and then all of a sudden it was like people it's and in fact I wanted to say can you hear me? I actually I know there's some people that contributed that I wasn't able to get, like, they didn't receive their stuff. They sent me Kickstarter messages, but I couldn't get them because our Kickstarter campaign had retired.
Oh, once it's gone, it's like done.
I couldn't access them. So the thing is, like, so if you guys actually still just contact me. Get closer. Just contact me at on Facebook, either Get Set Go. At Facebook, and if you still need stuff from us from the last Kickstarter,
or even if you just want to lie about it,
and that is, I actually don't have any records, so if you say it, I'll be like, all right, here you go, and I'll say that. But it is actually costing us out of our pocket to get it to you. But if we owe it to you, we'll send it. So anyway.
Oh man, that should have been the jingle for Kickstarter. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Speaking of money that you donated.
Yes, exactly. Now, Brian, I mean, like, you know, when they played, I mean, I guess, like, because last summer we were far more intensive about the summer music series. We just, like, we were really committed to this idea that, like, we could just have webcam performances every single week.
Yeah.
And you guys were easily a highlight. I mean, Brian, for you, I mean, I know it was for me. It was just, like, one of the first times where we had, like, a band that was, like, of, you know, any kind of notoriety. That wasn't just, you know, a bunch of people sitting in their living room, you know, that were like slightly big on YouTube, that had like, you know, 1,000 followers. But Brian, I mean, that was like a tipping point, right?
Oh my God, no! It was the moment when we realized that real magic could happen in the summer music series, and especially like it was one of those bizarre nexuses,
the Nexus Q, I believe.
Yes, exactly. Where we were so excited to have somebody of your talent and caliber, and you guys seemed excited to have somebody of an intensity of the chat realm watching live. And it was like the fact that we funded your Kickstarter on that particular night. I mean, it was truly epic and easily one of the top 5 nights of all of the history of NSFW. And that's part of the reason that we're, number one, so flattered that you would come back and actually physically join us. But number 2, that we're so interested to hear how your career progresses. Now, like, do you guys have a tour coming out soon, or how did everything go with the album?
Well, all right, so it's a sort of an interesting tale. It's a sort of a sad tale.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we spent, you know, we left our record label after the 4th record. We started our own record label. We spent about $50,000 putting the label together and building a studio and kind of getting all that stuff up. And that's actually why we started the Kickstarter campaign, because we wanted to complete the album and pay for all the last doohickeys and pay for a tour and all the stuff. And then the album hit in September, and it was awesome. We were so excited. It's gonna be great. And you know, and we had our publicist working it, and you know, we had a college radio promotion campaign, and the college radio promotion campaign did pretty well.
Now, how does that normally work? Like, what is the college radio promotion campaign?
So you've got so basically there are these little companies where they've got, basically they hire like 20 college interns.
Sure.
And they just call up, or not even college interns. I assume they actually graduated
Vagrants.
college, but
Newsies.
Yeah, mostly, effectively
Sure,
newsies.
exactly.
Yeah, the modern equivalent of a newsie. And they sit on the phone all day, and they call college stations, and they say, "Hey, did you get the new Get Set Go disc? Have you listened to it? Have you listened to this track? And you listened to this track?" And they try to compel these college stations, which are basically comprised of, for the most part, a bunch of college kids like, "Oh, no, what's going on?" Yeah, like, you know. So, you know, to actually focus and pay attention and then write down, we played this song and we liked it, you know. So so we ended up getting on the CMJ Top 200, which was great, but we got no press. No, actually that's not so. We got four articles, 2 articles. Yeah.
Two or 3 articles we're getting.
So yeah, we spent a fortune. I mean,
basically, it's a multi-step process whereby step 1 is you pay somebody $3,000 or $4,000.
Okay.
There is no step 2.
All right, hey, listen. Now you guys are telling me this is a very, very, very sad tale.
Yeah.
But Brian, are you like me, where you're like, holy crap, can we do this for a living? Like, people actually pay money for this? Like, we can do that.
I mean, the problem is that we see how that story ends. They clearly, I mean, even if they get results, I mean, look, it's amazing to me to see how different the world of publicity is now from just 10 years ago. Like, when I was trying to get started as a magician, and it's like I would send stuff out to news wires or whatever and pay money. And, you know, I remember buying a freaking Yellow Pages ad, and it was the worst $2,000 I ever spent. So, but this gives me hope, though, because it essentially means that you guys are doubling down on what you know works. Like, have you guys sat down and tried to think of something specifically designed to go viral nutty on YouTube or anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've, you know, like, the thing is that, like, because we've talked about that, like, you know, like, I mean, obviously there's another Go band, the OK Go guys, and those guys, you know, did that kind of thing.
I don't even know if they know how to turn on a computer. Those OK Go
but
guys.
You know, the thing, and they, you know, but the thing is that, like, this is the thing is that, like, I know we're pretty talented guys, and each of us have different things that we do outside of making rock and roll, except for me, because I'm the bum. And the thing is that, like, but but I mean, ultimately, like we're musicians making music, and we do that full time. Like we're constantly working on. We're working on a 30 EP right now. Eric and I are doing a side project record. Eric's working on multiple records with a. Like I mean, it's just we're all working, and that's our love, and so. So I'm like, you know, so we managed to license a song to Grey's Anatomy again off the new record. Yeah, so that was awesome. So you know, the thing is like, it's one of these things where this is what we love to do, it's what we do, and so why stop doing it? So we have spent a little bit of time kind of contemplating, you know, what do we do to. One of the things we're doing right now is we're actually playing every week in downtown Los Angeles. We started a new because where we got all of our success was we were part of a Los Angeles indie rock scene. From basically 1998 till 2006, and that was kind of where all the good things happened for us. So we're kind of recreating that. We found a little venue, and we're just bringing our friends in, and we're just going to get the bands going. So
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, and you could tell me if this is beneath you or whatever. But it seems like a surefire recipe for success with a viral video on YouTube is to take something right at the height of the gestalt of this one moment and write some kind of song about it. Now the cheap ones do it with a crappy parody, and usually that'll get you to 100,000 views or whatever. But
unless
you guys
it also involves Star Wars. In that case, he's a million minimum.
Exactly. But if you guys could take something that is currently popular, and you guys are so talented, you could within 6-7 hours write, shoot, develop an entire song, and then if you could partner with someone, or even if it was something that was easy for somebody else to cut into, you know, taking other stock footage and making a video out of it. I mean, you guys have too much talent, and you're too savvy to what works on the internet to not have a 3 to 8 million viewed viral hit by now. And it's like I feel like we should team up, and we should, you know, make something that explodes in the world.
That's actually very funny because Eric and I are constantly talking about that. Just basically because we're ostensibly geeks to a large extent. I mean, you know, like Eric works for a game developer, testing, like doing video game testing and that kind of thing. You know, like I spend my free time playing, you know, all sorts of ridiculous.
Wait. Did you say somebody tests video games? Who tests video games?
I'm a QA tester for a video game.
So here we go.
Eric, the viola player.
Brian, and you ready for the bonding?
Yeah.
Prepare for bonding.
This is when the year before I got married, I tested video games for Rockwell Semiconductors for their hardware. They would bring in new builds, and I would have to test it with the 500 most popular video games. So I could really, but you probably have to play the same game until your eyes bleed.
Yeah, well, I work for a company that does mostly localization testing, so I'm kind of a grammar fascist / expert. That's my favorite thing.
So there you go. Is correcting somebody's alien grammar, you know?
Yeah, and I've been doing it all my life, and now I
Excuse me,
make money for it.
Please look up how you correctly spell bibfash. Thank you.
Now, see, my brain's exploding. Like, could you make a song about how it's not so great to be a video game tester? Like how everyone thinks it's the perfect life, but instead is tedium, and I don't know.
And by the way, this is not to be a viral hit. This is just so Brian can have an anthem in his life that he very much enjoy.
He can finally put an end to that chapter.
No, exactly. No. There's going to be
tombstone.
Entire legions of people in EA's offices outside of Orlando that would just rise up as one and declare you their king.
And then if Brian had watched it 8 million times, that'd be enough for me.
Yeah.
Certainly. Oh, easily.
Done. Easily.
All right, let's do it.
So what's the next step? What's the next step in your battle plan to achieve world domination, and how can we help?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, yeah, actually, that's actually not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind. I mean, because I write songs. I spend basically most of every day writing new songs. So I have it's a gigantic output. And so what we've been doing is just putting out more stuff. Like, I'm just assuming that we just keep putting out a bunch of stuff, and eventually when people search the internet for music, it's just all us, you know. So that's what I'm kind of working towards.
You just write all the music at some point.
Yeah,
and the internet's like, too full. Enough with the music.
Yeah, so that's been basically our goal. But But we bits because we do write so many songs. We could definitely do, and we were talking about that recently. Is just doing. We were going to be doing a bunch of kind of things that we absolutely love, and just do like songs specifically for them, just so we could actually go meet these people. So we could hey, we're hanging out with Felicia Day
It's
or
gotta be
Joss
Felicia Day or
Whedon,
Joss
or
Whedon first.
exactly. So so those are the kinds of things that we were talking about doing. But we would if you guys wanted to team up, we could definitely write a handful of songs that we could make ridiculous. Ridiculous, nonsensical.
Done. I mean, number one, I don't know if you noticed. That's all we do. That's kind of our stock and trade is creating ridiculous nonsense.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I feel like, Bri, are you ready for the final performance here?
Before we do that, we have a late breaking entry into the cover club. Somebody took the Diamond Club and colorized it to match exactly the colors for 50 Shades of Grey, and put it on there like that. And I got to admit, that looks pretty. Like if the goal is to stuff it in the stupid face of 50 Shades of Stupid Gray, then I'll tell you what, that's people are saying much better. That's it. Winner, new champion. I don't know. Maybe let's throw up one more straw poll.
No. Well, that's it. That's it. Let's just rock and roll with that. Like I don't think we need to go back and forth with this.
All right, done and done.
All right. Well, hey, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, a few minutes ago, this band just played an amazing cover of the Game of Thrones intro, which basically means that they've booked themselves for Veronica Belmont's wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one more time, put your mother-effing hands together and get set, go!
Pretty cool, I think I wanna smurf you. I do. You look pretty cool, I think I wanna smurf you. I do. I wanna smurf you so. I wanna smurf you raw. I wanna smurf you high. I wanna smurf the night long. And when you let me come inside, it's like smurf inside. I wanna smurf you raw. 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 And when you let me smurf inside, I wanna smurf you raw. I think it's called for the Korean video. You look pretty cool, I think I wanna smurf you. I do. You look pretty cool, I think I wanna smurf you. I do. I wanna smurf you. I wanna smurf you raw. I wanna smurf you hard. I wanna smurf the night long. And when you let me smurf inside, I wanna smurf you raw. 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 When you let me come inside, it's like a little slice of inside. I wanna smurf you raw. Oh, hey, oh. 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 And when you let me smurf inside, it's like a little slice of smurf inside. I wanna smurf you raw. 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 But you let me smurf inside. It's like a little slice of smurf inside. I want to smurf you.
Oh my good God! Get set go one more time. Thank you guys so much. Now I'll tell you what, Brian. I'll tell you what. Let's actually. What do you guys? Where do people find more information about Get Set Go?
Facebook, MySpace, GetSetGoMusic.com. We're all over the place. You can actually reach out to us. I mean, we do respond pretty to pretty much any messages. So you can reach out to us on our Facebook page, and we'll say hello. So
There we go. Fury of Your Lonely Heart is one of the albums. Just go on Amazon. Look up Get Set Go. You'll find them. Download all their music and then give them more money. Just PayPal them money randomly. I'll tell you what, Brian, is there anything else we need to bring up?
Nah, man, only one thing. If you enjoy NSFW, it's pledge drive time. Here at NSFW, we're funded only by your love and affection and by your support of such fine sponsors as Squarespace.com. That's right, Squarespace.com. Code NSFW8. But the important thing is that this next week on July 30th, I will be live in studio. Justin will be live in studio. I believe we have Tom Merritt confirmed live in studio as we do our live telethon. This is it. Let's pull the biggest prank in the world on 50 Shades of Grey. Let's stuff it in those guys' faces. Let's get famous. Let's go on Fox News and wear Diamond Club t-shirts and weave in as many inside references as we possibly can for your amusement. It's all going to happen and it won't cost you 99 cents. And I'm sorry, yes, you'll have to get an iTunes account, but them's the breaks, party people. And that's it for this episode of NSFW. Justin?
July 23rd, 2012. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. Usually at this point, I would say a funny line or hidden video game reference. But because some D-bag had a terrible idea and ruined a bunch of people's evening out, I'm going to be quiet for a bit. Hope you guys don't mind. Here's the scoreboard. Sarah Lane's in 6th place with The Dark Knight Rises, bringing in $160.8 million this weekend, bringing her total to $198.8 million. Veronica Belmont's in 5th place with $203.6 million. Brian Brusher's in 4th place with $606.5 million. Tom Merritt's in 3rd place with $631 million. Scott Johnson's in 2nd place with $638.9 million. And still in 1st place with $790.3 million. It's Justin Robert Young. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of July 23rd, 2012.
Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't have these guys on and then just play the recording with the NSFW lullaby song. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Get Set Go. I love you guys. Die in the Fire. Deja Vu.
Time to go and I'm so depressed, and I'm gonna spend the rest of the week in bed until the next NSFW. The show is through and it breaks my heart, 'cause I just can't bear to be apart with Ryan and Justin of NSFW. Oh, I'd rather die in the fire than to spend a single minute without Brian Brushwood. Oh, I'd rather be dipped in honey and fed to a big ant pile than do without Justin Robert Young for even a little while. Oh, NSFW, I love you.
Die in a fire, beautiful people.
See you next Monday. Next Monday. I love you guys.
Awesome.
Oh my good God. What an episode. That was amazing. Holy shucks. That was so awesome, guys. So good. So good. So
Dude! I'm going to buy your album right now. Got a very important tweet that says here, hold on. As a homo, I think the bluish shirt with the lipstick is more appealing to a woman. So, it's from a qualified source.
Yeah, that's
familiar with the matter.
That's
San Francisco.
I am going straight to hell, and also like burning
Oh, look
bridges.
at that.
after the
Cowgirl
show.
Curtis says, as a woman.